Hi, I'm Kerry Lowary with Franklin County Humane Society. I'm the Executive Director, and I'm here to talk to you about the impact of heat on our pets during these summer days. In the summertime, obviously, the temperatures go up, and for animals, that can really be a challenge as far as staying cool. So one of the things that we've learned is that just like there's a heat index for humans that calculates what the air temperature is plus the humidity, what it actually feels like, we know that for animals it's actually more complicated than that. And because they have fur, whether it's dogs, cats, horses, whatever, that if you take the outside air temperature and you add to that the humidity at any given point, that will give you the sort of real field temperature for an animal. So for instance, if it's 80 degrees outside and the humidity is 50%, for an animal with a fur coat, that's going to feel for them like 130 degrees. And as you can imagine, that is just about intolerable. Because dogs in particular depend on panting and sweating through their feet as a way to cool off, that's not a lot of surface area for cooling. So it's real important that we help them by, one, limiting their time outside when it's really hot, two, making sure that we keep them off of the pavement, concrete, asphalt in particular, surfaces like that can potentially burn their pads, and also that we provide them a lot of fresh, cool water. You can also do things like set up a sprinkler in your yard that they can mist themselves in. Here at the Humane Society, we keep plastic baby pools out in all of our yards. All of our yards have sunshades on them to help keep the temperature down, because even with the turf, that can get kind of hot to the touch. The same is true for cats. So when cats have to live outside, they seem to have a better time seeking out cool spots. But it's still really important to make sure that they have a good supply of fresh drinking water. Anything over about 65 degrees is probably actually too warm for you to take your dog with you in your car and leave them in the car, even with the windows cracked. There are a couple of things to keep in mind. One is if you're at a grocery store or in a shopping center kind of thing, we would definitely recommend that you go inside the nearest store and ask them to make an announcement about an animal in a car. It's always appropriate to contact law enforcement or animal control dispatch. When we see dogs panting excessively, like and their tongues are really hanging out of their mouths, that's a sign that they're in heat distress. So we just like to make sure that we point these things out to folks this time of year and make sure that we're keeping our pets safe and that we're staying safe when it's really hot.